What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm the girl, Lady T. And today we are talking Basketball Wives L.A. Now, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I felt some type of way about watching this episode. Only because I feel as though I was watching the episode of Bad Girls Club with these petty ass, baseless ass fights. Like, everywhere you turn, it was fight after fight after fight. And then you got this old decrepit ass senior citizen, Jackie Christie, trying to be Natalie Nunn. Shit, she might as well just say, I run L.A. The way she manipulates shit and all that. I mean, she trying to be the Natalie Nunn of Basketball Wives. I just can't. Like, this was just horrible. Jackie, you need to have several seats and get some psychological help. Then maybe you can get some friends your own age, and then maybe people can tolerate you, okay? I was just done. Like, it was just too much. And no, I'm not going to stop watching it. I'm not going to stop reviewing it because I understand it's a TV show. So what I'm going to do is read Jackie and everybody else for fucking filth every fucking week until they get their freaking mind right, which will never happen. So be prepared for me to read these women, and I'm using that word loosely, for filth every freaking week. Okay, so let's get into the episode. So, the episode picks back up from where we left off. Stupid Jackie is running around with a mouth all bandaged up, talking about, I did that, who best not lip? Bitch, ain't nothing wrong with your lip. I'm sorry. I promise you, Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives brings out the worst in me when it comes to my language, because I don't know. Anyway, so she's still running around trying to figure out who bust her lip and everything of that nature. And Drea is still instigating, talking to Megan like, see, I told you she wasn't your friend. And amidst of all this, Shani walks in. And Shani is just trying to gather herself because she don't know what the hell that happened. She like, wow, okay, what type of crap did I just walk into? And I'm like, Shani, you shouldn't even been there. I'm just really trying to figure out what Shani's role on this show is. But then again, I guess I do know what it is. Her purpose of the show is to make sure to keep the drama going. She wanted to keep the show going, wanted to keep it popping, so she had to make her presence known because, you know, Basketball Wives L.A. was struggling. Not only in the ratings, but they couldn't keep cast members. So she's making her presence known and making sure everything is, moving on swiftly. Fights and all. Pettiness and all. She wants to make sure, everything is going well. So, all that stuff is going on, and she's trying to get what happened. Everybody's trying to fill her in. And while she's getting filled in, like I said, Drea is talking to Megan, and she's like, okay, I'm starting to get why you didn't really want to claim your friendship with Jackie, because you wanted to get to know us on your own merit, and you knew that we had issues with Jackie, and you wanted us to like you for you. But now do you see why we had issues with Jackie? Do you see why we don't like her? And I kind of do think that you understand. That's probably why you wouldn't jump and be like, that's my friend. Because something in you probably already told you that Jackie is full of mess. And so, this is my thing with you, Drea. Drea, you are an instigator. Now, Jackie is fucked up. Don't get that twisted. But you've helped instigate the situation as well. Like, you in her, in Megan's ear, like, see, told you she wasn't your friend. See, told you she wasn't your friend. And then this gets Jackie all upset because she like, you listen to this girl talking about I ain't your friend, then F you, Megan. And Megan's like, well, you didn't have my back in the first place. She's like, how did I not have my back? The person that you talking to letting get in your ear and manipulating you, she the one who held me back. And I'm like, yeah, Jackie, you right. She did kind of hold you back. But she didn't like bum rush you and use force. She just kind of pushed her hand back a little. It was like, no, that's your friend. Let her handle it. She was real calm, went all up in your face and doing none of that. You could have easily just walked around her. I wouldn't even say you had to bum rush her because it didn't even take all that. You could have just walked around her and been there for your friend. So you can miss me with that, oh, you know, Drea was holding me back. That's just an excuse, Jackie. That's just an excuse for you to turn up. And your drinking is another excuse for you to act a freaking fool. And you're just too old for this. Is it that important for you to be on TV, for you to portray yourself as a freaking delusional idiot? That's what I want to know. Is it really that important to you? Because I promise you, it seems to me that everybody will do any and everything to be famous, not even for the money, just for fame. And it's just really mind-boggling. So anyway, after that, you know, Shani is talking, well, actually, before all that, you know, Jackie is getting all turned up with Megan, talking about, you know, you listen to these people and saying I ain't had your back. Dre don't want to held me back. I was coming to your defense. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And she spits on Megan. Now, Megan, you broke a glass last episode when y'all got to arguing about your relationship or lack thereof with Jackie. And you broke a glass. Matter of fact, cut your hand up. But when this lady spit on you, man, that's when you should have broke that glass, and you should have broke it over her freaking head. And did y'all see security? Security was like right there at attention. And I'm like, see, this is how you know the show has become wretched, because they got security on standby. Anytime there's security on standby, you know what type of show it is. That's all I'm saying. Just think about it. So anyway, she spits on Megan. Megan is ready to pop the fuck off. And after that, Jackie goes in the room. She's packing up her stuff. She's talking to her assistant like, yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. These motherfuckers out here trying to fuck with me, and I'm about to leave. But if anybody fuck with me, I'm letting you know, I'm going to need you to come up with that bail money. So anyway, as she's leaving, Shani in Malaysia, they trying to get her not to leave. They like, you've been drinking, you too riled up, you don't need to go nowhere. But anyway, Jackie, after she calms down a little bit, she still ends up leaving. And after all that, everybody is just over the Santa Barbara trip, okay? Everybody's over it. So suffice it to say, everybody goes home. When everybody returns to L.A., we got Shani and Megan. Shani is telling Megan, you know, basically how she felt. She like, look, everybody was on my case, particularly Drea, about me, quote-unquote, lying about my friendship with Jackie. So, yeah, I put it out there. If you got a problem, you know, you keep calling me a liar. If you got a problem with my friendship with Jackie or whatever, address me. And let's get on out there. And she said, one thing led to another. We start arguing, you know, and I broke my hand. I broke the glass and cut my hand because Brandy and them got all in my face. And, you know, she just was letting it all out. And Shani is starting to see, excuse me, y'all. I know y'all tired of me fiddling with my hair. But anyway, so Shani is starting to see that Drea is instigating some of this stuff. And she's not here for it. So anyway, after Shani has her meeting with Megan, we got Malaysia, Brandy, and Angel. Malaysia and Brandy are trying to get to know Angel outside of Drea. So they all get together to go eat. And, you know, they just talk about how this whole real friend thing came about. And, excuse me. And Angel lets them know that, look, Drea wasn't saying, like, hey, this is my real friend, like, y'all weren't nothing. She was just saying, like, hey, you know, this is my friend. You know, she ain't here for no BS. This is, like, my real friend, somebody that got my back. And, you know, they was like, okay, I get that, but, like, Brandy was saying. She was like, I don't say this is my real friend when I refer to you. Hold up. So she's like, so I'm sorry. No, Malaysia was like, I don't say hey. When I refer to Brandy, I don't say hey. This is my real friend. I may say this is my best friend, but not my real friend because I have lots of real friends. And so I'm just so over this whole friend thing, real friend. Who gives a care? None of you guys are friends. None of you guys are friends. You're on the show together, yes, but none of you guys are real friends. That's why you guys keep getting into it. Real friends are not going to jump in each other's face, throw glasses, spit on each other. Nobody on the show are real friends. Anyway, so then we got Drea and Jackie. Look, I'm done. I'm so freaking done. Like, she comes and wants to talk to Drea because Jackie feels as though Drea was instigating the whole thing. And Drea was like, why do you think I'm instigating? She was like, well, who was the one who was telling Megan, see, she's not your real friend. She's not your real friend. She didn't have your back. She was like, well, that was me. She was like, yeah, so you instigating. You riling her all up saying I'm not her real friend and I ain't have her back. That's why we got into it. And I don't appreciate that. And she was like, and she better apologize because I'm ready to go, basically she ready to go beat her ass. She like 2 seconds off her. But I'm like, Jackie, you are not about that life, okay? And even if you were, Megan will stomp the dog crap out of you, okay? Let's just not get it twisted. So you need to stop and go, like I said, go have several seats, go get some medication, and like, she really just irks me. And put this down in the comments. Do y'all feel the same way? Like, she just irks me. And I know that's what they want us to do. They want us to be irked by Jackie. Jackie's sole purpose is for her to irk the viewers. And so I know that I'm giving this broad too much energy, but today was just way too much. So anyway, she tells Drea that she's ready to pop off on Megan because Megan got all in her face and saying she didn't have her back and all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, you spit on her. So you talking about you 2 seconds off Megan. Megan should beat your ass and then beat your ass again for that, okay? So anyway, after that, we got Malaysia, Patrice, and Brandy. They are at a spinning class, and they get to talking about, their relationships. And Malaysia brings up a good point. They all going through the same type of situation, but different phases. Like, Malaysia was, it was infidelity in her marriage, and she decides that she's over it. She wants a divorce. Then you have Brandy in her situation. Infidelity in in her marriage, but she's going to see if they can work it out. Then you have Patrice in her situation. There was infidelity in their marriage, and they have actually worked it out and seem to have come back even stronger. So I found that to be very interesting and actually worth my time watching, because to me that's what Basketball Wives was supposed to be about dealing with being married or being involved with athletes and, some of the pitfalls and some of the benefits of living this lifestyle. And yeah, you're going to have your drama, and yeah, y'all not going to get along, and y'all going to argue or whatever, but like I said, I thought I was watching Bad Girls Club, where every time you turn around, everybody was popping off and throwing drinks. It's just too much. So anyway, and Patrice, since they're talking about their marriage and all that, she lets them know that she is about to begin the process of adopting Eddie's son, Noah. She's been taking care of Noah since he was 3 years old because his mom got killed in a car accident. And she just wants to make it official just in case something happens to Eddie. And I really commend Patrice, for real, because, it's a lot to take on that responsibility. And it's a lot to be like, you know what? Not only am I going to forgive your infidelities, but I'm going to take your child in and raise them as my very own. So anyway, after that, we get to Patrice and Eddie. And they taking the kids out. You know, they out, they having fun, and they talk about the adoption. And, you know, Eddie even tells her, hey, you're a strong woman. And they talk about the adoption of her getting ready to adopt Noah. And, you know, Eddie's getting ready to go overseas again to play basketball. So they decided that when he comes back, that they're going to begin the process. And it was so funny. You know, Eddie got them dried up braids. And she was like, well, who's going to braid your hair while you're overseas? And he was like, well, you know, you can braid it before I leave. And then I'll get somebody to braid it. You know, I'll find somebody to braid it after that. I'm like, oh, Patrice, you're responsible for that monstrosity on his head. Ooh, please don't ever let, and you sit down on national TV. Girl, you wrong for that. You wrong for them dried up braids. So anyway, after that, we get Doug and Jackie. They working out, and, you know, she even told Doug some of what happened in Santa Barbara, but she didn't tell him everything. And she lets him know, like, hey, not only did things get really out of hand, but let me tell you that I made a huge mistake. I spit on Megan. And he was like, what? She was like, well, she drove me to it. She was all in my face saying I didn't have her bag and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's no excuse for that, Jackie. Say whatever you want. I don't know how your twisted mind works, but there's no excuse for you spitting on that young woman at all. Especially when she had her back and she had your back and you was all up in the corner. I don't care how you claim that Drea, you know, told you to stand back, but at the end of the day, you were standing in the back of the corner, and she's the one fighting off these 4 girls, and her head get all, you know, cut up or whatever. So there's no excuse for that. And even he told her, like, you need to be the bigger person. You need to stop feeding into all this bullshit. And I agree. So anyway, she decides that she's going to take Doug's advice, and she meets up with Brandy. Now, I didn't even know she had a problem with Brandy. But all of a sudden, they get together to talk about the charity event that Jackie and her are putting together for cancer awareness. And next thing you know, Jackie is all on Brandy's case, calling her instigator. And see, this is what I'm saying. This has become Bad Girls Club, and she's trying to be a senior citizen version of Natalie Nunn. All of a sudden, she started instigating and starting more fights. All of a sudden, Brandy was the instigator. And I'm like, how is Brandy the instigator? All I seen her do was deal with her issue with Megan. Yes, she called Megan a liar, and yes, she jumped up when it seemed like she was trying to pop off at Drea. Only thing that she did was what you didn't do, have her friends back. So calling her instigator, Jackie, get help. Please, just get help. So they start arguing, and, you know, Jackie's calling her all types of bitches, and Brandy is like, you got one more time to call me a bitch, and this delusional hag says, bitch! So, of course, Brandy do, you know, her food and her water and everything at her, and left. And I don't blame her. Jackie, this is why people don't like you. You claim you're a boss. You're not a boss. That's why your freaking diamond fell off on the floor. You talking about you got Rolexes. We ain't never seen that shit. The diamond, the cubic zirconian, I should say, is on the freaking floor. Go pick that up. Go, I can't even say pawn it because this shit ain't real. Pick that up. Go home with the tail between your legs and go get you some help. Because ain't nobody here for you, okay? Y'all, again, that was the episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Look, Jackie is stinking up the place, but I understand she's there for ratings. But boy, oh boy, I don't know what she on, but she needs help. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Can we start a GoFundMe page for Jackie to get some psychological help? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, till next time, peace and love.